How you doing? This warm-up is what I call boxer's warm-up. Now, there's no exact science to it. It's just a warm-up to prime you physically and mentally, ready to hit the bag, hit the pads, spar, train, whatever. Get a bit of blood flow, get the joints moving. Don't have to be exact repetitions, anything like that. We don't need to be doing big dynamic stretches and because really a boxer essentially they use their bottom half a little bit, but primarily the hips and the arms, shoulders and things like that. But we'll start a little bit of neck strengthening. Obviously in boxing, you get a hit in the head, you want to have a strong neck. So we do a little bit of isometric. We'll do 10 seconds pushing forward under the hands, 10 seconds pushing backwards, 10 seconds on the left, and then 10 seconds on the right. About 10 seconds. You can do longer if you feel you want to do longer. This is like my old school warm-up, very similar, but probably a little bit shorter. We do the shoulders backwards, shoulders forward, and then we're going to go to full arm, but one arm at a time. Stand sideways, get some good blood flow going through the arm. So the faster you swing the arm, the more the blood's going to work towards your hands. So I want you to work your front and then backwards. Wrists are important in boxing, so we're going to do a bit of mobility for the wrists. We're going to pull down on the wrists, keep the elbow in, we pull down like so, and then we're going to grab our fingers and we go outwards, stretching the wrists, stretching the fingers. We do the other hand down, other hand out, and from there you're going to link your fingers. It's going to roll like so. Get these wrists active, blood flow. A little bit of impact sort of before we go hitting the bag too much. Elbows, doesn't matter about the order, you can do this in any order. Once you've watched this video once, you'll be fine to do it yourself. Okay? A little bit of hip work, like I said, pretty similar to the old school one, just a bit more on the mobility on the wrists. Okay, down like so, sideways. Don't even have to count the reps if you don't want to, just do what you feel. I'm not a big one on exact amount of reps. Then we're going to do some boxer squats. So we open our boxing stance and we're just going to squat like so, up and down 5-10 times. You might do a couple of sets of this. We're just trying to mimic the movements we might do in boxing before we go moving too erratic without being warm. Primes your mind as well. And from there we're just going to go stand back in your neutral stance, come up. We're sort of mimicking what you do in boxing, up and down. We don't stand like this necessarily, but your hips will be mobile. So we're just sort of getting these up and down movement before we do it. Then we're just going to go touch and lean back, because there is a little bit of leaning back in boxing. So just a little bit of pressure. You can do this again by yourself or draw the video backwards and do it again with me. No problem at all. Then what we're going to do is just feet together, heart rate again, a few light punches, straight out the front. And then we take it to unders, little uppercuts. Star jump, like I said, pretty similar to the old school warm-up, just a little bit more boxing orientated. And then a little jog. This, what it does is, if you've had a long day and you're tired, you find it hard to get into training, and you can't go from being tired to straight on the bag, this will prime you, primes your mind, primes your body, and you'll find that you'll forget about feeling tired. You've got the blood flow happening and you're ready to go. It's not necessarily about getting mobile in boxing. You don't need to be overly flexible, but we need to get the mind ready to train. So doing this sort of warm-up is going to do that. Like I said, you can run through it once, twice, 3 times, rewind the video, do it again with me. Do it in any order you want. Feel free, just relax with it. Get yourself primed and ready to train. Cheers.